A lot of fun. It was Vici taking it away with some Dragonite, with some Magnus, with some really good plays. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm not going to be going out alone this time around. I am joined by a co-caster, and I'd like to warmly welcome to the broadcast Lysander. How's it going, man?
Hey Blaze, it's great to be on the back seat for once, you know, with you grabbing camera and all that. It's going to be a relaxing game. First game of 6.84 for me, actually. I've been looking for a game to cast, and I'm glad to be here. Glad to be of help. So based on your expert opinion, you know, you've casted so many today. What is new? As things change, you know, is troll pick less?
Oh, certainly. Certainly. A lot of stuff has changed, honestly. The Leshrac is a carry now. We saw Death Prophet try to be. Generally speaking, like, the hyper late game drafts aren't as good, just because, like, literally the longest game I've cast has gone, like, maybe 45, 48 minutes. It's almost, most games are about 30 minutes long. It's definitely a faster tempo, a faster pace, a lot more kills, a lot more action, because kills are a lot better than farming passively. So we just see a lot more activity in general, but we do see a few fringe item hero combinations that are a little bit imbalanced, and people look to exploit those. But
Bristleback, Octarine Core, is that one of them?
One day. Once he gets to that 6th slotted level. But so far we've seen Bristleback go to the offlane every time, and he gets shut down almost every time. So it's a little
everyone's
weak.
trying to pull that off. They've seen the YouTube videos.
10 seconds.
I mean, I have disappeared into pubs a little bit, you know. It's the 6.84 hype, and yeah, I haven't actually seen the pro games. A lot of the theory crafting, Glimmer Cape, getting a lot of attention. I'm not sure, has it been used a lot? And yeah, you said Leshrac's carry. I'm sure everyone saw that coming. With Octarine Core.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And carry is like the new thing. Necrophos is what I want to see, but Leshrac is what we've seen a lot. Obviously the Death Prophet in the last game, which you were watching, but yeah, I mean, just generally speaking, just a lot of activity, trying to build up towards some faster paced items, some things that can really make the heroes go to the next level as far as what they're capable of. It's really interesting to see the variances here. And of course Dragonite is a great pickup for Vici Gaming, because Super is just so good at that hero in the first place, but the fact that it got buffed up really hard, not only with the Breathe Fire and the Blue Dragon form being improved, but also the Silver Edge being a great item pickup for that hero. He's already great in Initiator with the Invis, the Shadow Blade, but getting that Sange attached and then getting that extra buff that you
It's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's a really huge item for him. Like, I can't actually think of a better hero to run it. Maybe Slark could do a little bit with it here and there too.
Slark is amazing of it, yeah.
But
a lot of people have been saying, well, not a lot of people, but if you watch Aoi's patch analysis, they actually talked about how strong that particular item is.
Oh yeah.
And I can't say I disagree. It's really powerful, and well, I'm excited to see how well it will be run by these teams. Of course, Vici Gaming, if we are talking about teams here, should be heavily favored.
Oh, definitely. Against Tongfu, Wanzhou, but I wouldn't say that favoritism is everything, because honestly, since 6.84 hit, the results have been topsy-turvy in iLeague. I've been casting every morning Chinese Dota, and most of the time, since 6.84 hit, we're seeing Tier 2 teams triumph and Tier 1 teams struggle. IG got 2-0.
Yeah, destroyed by some team. I don't know what team it was. I saw a tweet.
Energy
like,
Pacemaker, actually, 2-0'd them. It's like
insane.
Some people don't even know who that is. It's just ridiculous.
I have this theory that if I mean, I think it's kind of weird to say, but in Chinese Dota, tiers don't really matter, because like the Chinese teams, they probably know each other really well. So if you're like tier 2, tier 1, you scrim against each other. The meta game in China is pretty much the same-ish. Like they have the same pool of strats, they know each other. They might play differently, but they know each team like the back of their hand. And when you pit them against one another, that's what you get. You get very balanced gameplay, I think.
Definitely. But now we have this interesting draft on our hands, where it's like kind of still 6.3-esque. We're not seeing anything crazy, no Centaur pick or anything yet, but early bans make a lot of sense here. Phantom Lancer was really strong at 6.83, barely got touched at all, but because others got nerfed, he gets to shine, and a lot of Phantom Lancer has been seen and succeeding in these games I've been casting this morning. But that's been a first ban very commonly. Undying, really powerful and being banned out quite a bit. And then the Queen of Pain Spearbreaker, again, just kind of remnants from the last patch. So now we see Lion SF as the opener for Vici Gaming. A lot of confidence with these heroes. Obviously, a lot of experience with them, too. And then they're going to be going up against the Lina Storm Spirit while banning Ice Broodmother, as well as Fenrir's Chen. So not exactly sure what's in store here for like the supporting cast of Tongfu. I think Kabu might want to run that Lina again, and they are actually going to go for Q1's Bristleback.
Well, Bristleback, we'll see hopefully the Octarine Core, if he ever gets to that, because if you've seen those videos, man, it's a nightmare. And yeah, Undying has been receiving a lot of praise recently, and we see here first ban material, because the zombies are actually a lot harder to kill than you realize now. And that is actually the most, this change is actually most observed in Visage. If you've seen the new Visage, you take 4 hits to kill a bird, I think, and it's crazy hard. I was watching a stream the other day, I'm not sure whose stream it was, but that guy was trying, I think it was Sing Sing, yeah, he was trying so hard to kill the Visage birds, and he couldn't even get one, and a troll, and he was using troll, his friend was using troll, and he couldn't even get that kill on those Visage birds, so it's really powerful now, and I wouldn't be surprised if some teams started to run him.
Whoa, wow, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Visage coming through. Not going to be counteracted too much by the Bristleback. Maybe the Storm could chase a little bit more, get those extra right clicks in over the trees and such. I think he's a little bit better than most heroes to clean him up, but the bottom line is he's not hard countered by heroes like Bristleback and Axe. Axe was a nightmare for me to play Visage against, man. Every single time, I just want to do a little bit of chip damage to the tier 1 tower, boom, blink call, Familiar's dead. And it was just so frustrating, but...
Yeah, now, nope. You gotta really pound them, and... it's not going to be easy. No, sir.
Not at all. Still, heroes like Luna and Gyrocopter I think are pretty good against them. I think the Glaive still hit them. I'm not sure, but Flat Cannon definitely should. And yeah, we'll see how it plays out with the new Visage. The one thing that I was thinking about, though, is in playing Visage, you have to watch out for that Lotus Orb, because your big spells are single target. Grave Chill, essentially, if you cast it on an enemy, it's going to nullify its effect completely, because they get the same movement speed boost and slow that you do. And then Soul Assumption, rebounding on you, if you are lacking, if you've already taken damage and are lacking your Gravekeepers, you have like 10% magic resistance and you just explode to your own Soul Assumption. So you have to watch that, but otherwise I think Visage is really strong, and they're going to actually run the Visage Drow. So
there we go, Drow Ranger, yeah, it's the good old 1-2 punch. And we're going to see some Immortals, Magnus Immortal. I didn't get to catch that as much the last game, but we're going to see some yellow shockwaves. Yay.
Yeah. I turned on the game, I didn't even check Reddit or whatever about the Immortals. I saw, of course, the Compendium stuff, but I go into the game, and the very first shockwave of the game, I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? These new particle effects, but they're pretty awesome.
You get the Luna? The Luna Gold?
No, just saw Spirit Breaker and Magnus so far, so...
okay.
Pretty interesting stuff, though.
I got those that I want, I guess. Well, the Luna basic is pretty good itself. I mean, the new Lucent Beam, I can live with that. It's a lot better than the current one. And I'm excited for this game already. But one thing I worry about Vici, of course, is to sound a bit pubbish, they lack a tank. And it is very important to build to have a tanker to soak up damage for your Drow Ranger, especially when you run something like this. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vici pick up something like a Centaur. I hear he's broken as hell now, and Ice loves himself those tanky heroes. Tidehunter, which Tongfu has respectfully banded out. Otherwise, you deserve to be punished. But I think Centaur is a very possible pick here for Vici. The speed boost is going to be great for heroes like Drow and Shadow Fiend to reposition in the fights. And it's great for Delta splitting against Magnus, so I think it's going to be insane. The damage block. Have you seen it yet?
For...
Centaur, the Aghanim's
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's actually a pretty common second or third item for Centaur now. But I was actually looking at this Phoenix, and I was thinking 2 offlaners that can actually benefit from Precision Aura, the Puck and the Phoenix. And I actually thought Ice was going to be running Phoenix this game if he got the opportunity, but Tongfu pick it up instead. So they're going to run it as a support Phoenix, and we see the Puck. So Puck offlane, Shadow Fiend mid, and then the tri-lane of Drow, Visage, and Lion. And Ice is going to be just getting pretty much the pure troll hero that's going to be manipulating the battlefield and intending to prevent Q1 from getting any good RPs off with the silence. We'll see if that works out that way, but the big reason to pick up Puck here is the amount of control that he brings while being a ranged hero. Like, most of the time you look at control in teamfights and you think strength initiator, strength initiator, strength initiator. You're talking about the Centaur, perfect example. But if you want to benefit from the precision aura for him too, Pug is probably the best controlling hero to lock people in place so the Visage can just lay into them with those birds. And those, with the short base attack time, are going to be doing some real work here, and it is going to be a treat to watch.
Yeah, Puck is all about the area control, and, well, Visage birds love confined spaces. But the thing is, without the tanker on their team, I still feel that they will have... it is kind of like a delicate thing that they're going to be doing. I think I need to relog. I'm having some spike issues.
Yeah, it's the perfect world, Dota TV. It just does it sometimes, and it's still, here in 2015, kind of up to its same tricks. So
still perfect.
Still as perfect as can be. It's the most perfect world you can imagine.
Alright, we'll see if the Lina nerf to the Laguna upgrade is going to affect it as much. I think we will be able to see it. Most support Linas are able to secure that. So we'll see if Kabu can get the items, and we'll see how much he impacts it. And of course, we expect big plays from Ice Ice Size. He's going to be pivotal. Oh no, Light Strike, here we go, FY. Going to go after Ice Ice Size. The almost missed though, but the right clicks from Pop. Too good. First blood goes to Fairy Dragon. And well, Tongfu going to start this game feeding first blood to the off lane. Not something you want happen. And we talked about being a fragile team, so what they really need is to be ahead so that this squishiness is not really compounded on them.
Yeah, it's actually interesting that Ice 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 goes for the magic stick initially. So down here expects a lot of spell-based harassment coming in. Yeah, Bristleback obviously with the quill sprays, but generally speaking, you're only going to see quill sprays come out if you're actually in the radius of the quill sprays. Red's not going to be spamming those for no reason, farming creep waves or whatever. So this means that Ice 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 expects to be up close and personal. And FYL going for the magic bush ward, but taking some hits up against LPC. So yeah, we'll be seeing kind of I think this is going to be a duo offlane actually, because you wouldn't buy magic stick in this situation where you're just going to stay back 1v3 and play very passively. You get the magic wand, fully upgraded actually, to go in and just slug back and forth. So you get the armor mitigation, and then you get the magic wand, and they're going to fight this. So 2v1 up top, the Fenrir Visage should be able to deal with Magnus pretty well here and trade hits, and actually they're going to get some really good damage on him, but there's going to be action on all the lanes.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for us to catch it out. I'll try and help you look out for stuff, and hopefully we don't miss second blood. At least we've got the first one.
Yeah, that works out pretty well. Fenrir can use, of course, the Grave Shield to kind of trade back and forth too when he feels like it, but not. Yeah, he's going to use it just when Magnus is in retreat, so he guarantees those extra autos as he chases him down, which is great. Magnus gonna
Lina's gonna feed again.
Oh wow, gonna take a lot of damage. Yeah, she will be going down. So good connection there with the Earth Spike, and at level 2, Puck is able to do the job now with the Hex. Kill. Red going down, one last hit. They get it.
Another kill, triple kill. Oh damn. This is so bad. The dual lane is really effective. I think the main reason they select this form of aggression is because there are 2 reasons. One, Lina is the only reliable lockdown on Tongfu, and it's not even reliable. 2, they have Draw Aura, and both of them are ranged.
Oh, definitely. So. Definitely about the Draw Aura there. Otherwise, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that enough damage to actually get all those kills. But I just like how, because of that offensive attribute, they get to build so defensively. The Magic Wand Rank Protection pays dividends there. There's no way Ice 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 would have lived without pretty much that exact item build. That's just exactly what you need to survive through all that. And
First blood, man. When he gets the regen, it's kind of like this regeneration rune luck. It's kind of like the luck you get when you're owning. When you own, RNG just gives you a better chance to own even more. And well, LPC dropping very low to the puck.
Good hit. So let's just take a look at the other lane, since I think FYNS says, oh no, they go on Kabu immediately, and with the Hex, they might be able to finish it. Just the silence. Wow. Now Ice Ice is going to be on the run, but Red should get Hexed back if Ice 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 is in any danger, and they're both building up stick charges here. So again, they were looking to fight in this lane. Regen. They're finding that opportunity, and yeah, the Quill Spray is really just doing what it needs to do. Magnus forced back very far just from Grave Chill alone. Visage is able to do so much work here. Gets his boots so he can do it even more. And now Q-On is without any HP regen, but the one he gets from the Tango, or for the Mango.
Yeah, it's an insane start here for Ice and FY. I mean, one of the best supports in the world with one of the best off laners in the world. What could go wrong for Tongfu, you ask? And well, Ice is building into a core now. With the start he got, he's building Basilius, something you don't usually see. Oh no, Red in trouble. The Fire Spirits are going to slow them down a little bit. There is no orb to follow up, so going to be spared extra misery here. But yeah.
I understand LPC went for the Icarus Dive level 1 for the involvement in the first blood clash because it had some distance on them, but I feel like the lack of Fire Spirits really hurt them in these early clashes. I mean, we're looking at a 5-0 in favor of Vici Gaming, and a lot of it has to do with how active they can be. Now Red going to be taking some hits, and he will be going down, but Ice, the tower hits, they will phase shift. Wow, it's going to work, and he will survive.
Wow. But yeah, I think right now what they need to do is pull out from this lane, let Bristleback suffer, and leave the rest of the supports top for Magnus, you know, because that lane is done. They should sack it and just go up top and try and make something out of it. Because right now Fenrir is just single-handedly bullying this Magnus away.
No, but we do see right now Kabu coming in with the Illusion Rune, trying to do some damage, but now might be taking too much. Son. Oh man, that could have been a very difficult position to fight from if he committed anything more. But as it is, it's just going to be him having to pretty much go back to Fountain immediately. Like, he can trade hits once more, and then he goes back home. And we're going to see that here. FY stun, right click, going in for it. He dodges the stun, and he forces Kabu to go all the way back to base. He'd love to get a kill too, but... No, he's got the Tranquil Boots. He's going to go in, force LPC back. Oh my gosh, he did it! FY! He's going to go almost for another kill. Killing spree for the Lion. Now. It might go back to Red, though. It might go back to Red.
Hex. There we go. He's safe. Easy. Here comes Ice. Silence is up. No more Bristleback Quills. Ooh, nearly gets it, but no. Ice here to bail his buddy out. And Lion walks away from enemy lines, you know. That's pretty insane. This tri-lane is the story right now. I think all 7 kills are here, right? Yeah, all 7 kills are here.
So, LPC just rotates away from that lane, so screw that noise. While Storm's jungling, I'm going to go to the mid, and he's going to be able to build up some good levels, get the level 2 Fire Spirits, which is really important for him, and probably at least Boots would be really fruitful. Mango's not going to cut it. Phase Boots on Ice, really able to press the advantage now. Like, he has so much bonus damage right now. He's actually hitting for over 100. And he's got the sab, full HP, there is Spike connects, and Red is going to go down again. Double stun, the Bristleback passive not doing enough, and down he goes. Kabu trying to help, but it may even hurt them further, as look at the right-click damage against the 1 armor Lina, and now Storm jumping in, looking for Lion. They will actually get FY this time, won't they? Won't they? He does go down with the Dragon Slave last hit, but Ice on the back end is cleaning house here. Fenrir, Soul Assumption, brings down U9, and now LPC is caught out. No boots, no dive, caught in the Dream Coil, and going down as well. Easy pick up. 11-1. All they've done is kill the Lion, and they even lose the Magnus up top solo to Hao, using Gust and Frost Arrows at level 2.
Well, Bristleback, more like Brittleback, am I right?
Just can't do anything in this lane. I mean, he has Boots and Stout Shield. He's as weak as he was from level 1, practically, and he's getting run over by this bottom lane. Ice, and FY played this aggro duo just so beautifully, and they're taking every advantage they can. They are pretty much at full potential. You just look at the levels. It's a level 2. Okay, we're going to see U9 onto Super. Does he have any backup, though? Just harassment. But yeah, as far as levels, we have a level 2 Lina versus the level 7 Puck from the same lane. Like, it's miserable for Kabu.
Yeah, he has been overly aggressive, I think. He just, I mean, you are a tri-lane, but you have to really respect the fact that there is Drow Aura and that you are level 2 Lina. And here we go, 5th death.
Yep, up to the high ground here. It sees U9's going to be able to reinforce it a little bit, but Ice still turn it around. Hex and Silent stacking, so they won't be able to kill U9. And in fact, U9 might be able to kill Ice. Gets the ball forward. The right clicks are coming out. Ice will finally fall. The unstoppable streak ends, and FY will be pursued. Red hit him down with the Quill Sprays. It looks like he will get him. FY juking as best he can, but it's going to be a long-range race from Super that cleans up the Storm at the same time. So we do see now
314 Pi.
There you go. Here's a
Look at
hiding.
And Super, you want to chase after Red here. Oh, we might get it. Red's only at normal boots, and so is Shadow Fiend. I'm just kidding. Misses the last race.
So so the unstoppable streak actually gave a huge chunk of gold by killing the puck there, but I'm only reading 400 gold gain for Super.
The rubber band has snapped.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of awkward. I mean, the Storm Spirit, U9, he only got 400 gold out of that even after death. I don't know, they need more. They need more. They FY gonna be stunned in, double stun, and they will bring down the line here with these last right clicks, or will they? The last right click comes in, but Ice turns it around to U9. He's got to snap the Dream Coil, but the Leon's already dead. He dodges the Light Strike Array with the phase shift, and now turns it against U9. If it wasn't for the Bristleback, that actually might have been a double, but U9 will live to tell the tale, walking away while the tower dies down bottom, thanks to the Familiars as well as that Drow Aura.
Yeah, it's still a crazy game, but yeah, we talked about the rubber band. The way it works now is if you are the highest net worth on your team and you die, you give 20% more gold. If you are the least farm, you'll give 20% less. It kind of scales along there, so it's like it could be 18 to 20. It scales according to how high your net worth is. And when Puck died with his unstoppable streak, yes, the streak goal goes over, but he was third in net worth on his team because Drow was getting uncontested farm up top, so he was number 1. So technically, Ice is in the middle, so he didn't really get a lot of gold given over to the enemy team. So even though he did give away an unstoppable streak, it's good for the Storm Spread. It's not as big a deal as it would have been in 6.83, and I think this really benefits teams that play aggressive early, and like Ice, he likes to play risky, likes to have high def, high rewards. Did I say high def? But yeah, he has high def, high reward play styles, and it really benefits him this version, I think.
Sure. We're not going to see the Visage Familiars take their full effect here. They're using their charges, basic attack damage, but they don't have the Drought Aura just yet. How is now coming in, and that's going to enable them to do that much more damage, jumping up to plus 35 damage per strike, which they attack 2.5 times a second. So they take it down quickly with the Medallion of Courage. How will claim the Aegis for himself. He's got 2,700 gold banked up, and there's just so much momentum for Vici Gaming right now. Yeah, I think he's going to be fine to disengage, but just looking at the situation right now, we just saw Medallion picked up by Fenrir. We see 2,700 gold on the Drow, and we're actually seeing Ice go for phase boots into Mechanism on his Puck. If he's able to manage his mana well enough, this could be just the thing that they need to push in on all sides and turn everybody into that tank you were looking for.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're pushing tier 1s now. And
1 HP tier 1 with Fortify. Goal time.
That's a pretty good Fortify though. There should be an achievement for that with that compendium coin thing. Glyph the tower at 1 HP. That'll be cool. But yeah, Tongfu, it's not looking good for them, but if they can get some big RPs off, it could work with a Sun. I think there's some big teamfight potential going on here, and Storm Spirit is no slouch when it comes to dealing with heroes like Drow Ranger, but how I think he wants to build towards that Silver Edge, getting that Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to build momentum to kind of snowball forward with the Shadow Blade, and he probably will find a couple kills with it, but I still personally would prefer Agility just because there's so much benefit from the Precision Aura here. 5 range heroes and Familiars. I'd kind of prefer the Eternal Envy build here.
Yeah, I've not seen a Shadow Blade Drow in pubs for the in competitive games for the longest time. It's like a classic Garena item.
Yeah. But still, no matter what he goes, he has such an advantage right here in this game. They're 10,000 ahead at 12 minutes.
Punish.
Yeah, they get the cold arrows on Red. Triple Dream Coil from Ice. They can kill the Phoenix Egg so quickly here. Just focusing it down with the heroes. The right clicks come through, and down it goes. And Super's still alive. I thought at least he would die there, but no. It's the death of the Phoenix, the death of the Magnus before he can RP, and Storm just barely jumps out. It's just like insane that Super's still alive, but he'll be given the Urn of Shadows and back to full HP in no time.
Ice went for mech. I'm not sure if you mentioned.
Yeah, no, I was mentioning the mana issues he'll be suffering here, but
okay.
They didn't double up on the mech, right?
No,
I see there's like 3 mech buffs. I'm kind of confused, but yeah, it's just something else. Anyways, Red, whoa, that was awkward. Getting caught up in the air multiple times over and dropped down to earth painfully. We're gonna see with the Drow Aura, these Familiars just chew through the tier 3 tower. They have to use the glyph here. They have to get this RP, otherwise the game's practically done. Q-On smoked in from the side, jumping in the skewer. The RP is gusted! He's silenced, he can't get it off! And what would have been a beautiful 4-man RP is stopped by How. Oh, GG!
What? Oh, man. Oh, okay. Here's your RP, at least.
13-minute GG. Vici Gaming pull out their strat, and 20 to 5.
Is this a sign of what's to come? I mean, is it face rush? Is it back? I don't know. Death Ball.
I think it shows that there's a legitimacy to all the variable strategies. Like we saw Magnus Juggernaut last game with DK. That's a mid to late game strategy. But they also had some early tempo. They had Chen, Dragonite, and Juggernaut who could all push as well. So it's about gaining momentum, holding on to it, and ended the game with some good scaling heroes. In this case, it was Death Ball. It's just there's so many different strategies that can work as long as you execute it well. And Vici are very experienced with the Death Ball with this Trow Visage lineup. So when it comes down to it, it's whatever works for you, really, honestly.
Oh, wait, they didn't win TI. They got second place.
Second place. Still pretty good. But right now, Newbie, they've been struggling even in 6.83. I'm curious how they'll adapt in 6.84. But Vici Gaming, they don't break a sweat. They're back in it in full force. Best team, arguably the best team in 6.83. And now just stomping all over 6.84. It's a pleasure to watch. 13 minutes, 6 seconds is the end game time. Vici Gaming take it away 2-0 over Tongfu. And I believe we're going to try to speed things up right along to our next match. It's scheduled in 13 minutes, but it is going to be Vici Gaming versus Tongfu Wanzhou. So the secondary Tongfu lineup, a doubleheader for Vici Gaming, and 2 more awesome games of Dota. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again, and we'll be going into a short break.
Yep, going to short break, and thank you guys for joining us. Remember to follow BTS on Twitter and Facebook. Not sure if you guys are still live, and we're right back with you. Much love and Kappa.
Hello, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Beyond the Summit presentation of the iLeague Season 3 Dota 2 Chinese qualifier. Here in the group stage, we've got Tongfu Guangzhou versus Vici Gaming, and we're going to have Game 1 of this two-game series here right before our eyes. So, this is the third official game of Vici Gaming on 6.84. They were able to dominate Tongfu Guangzhou's counterpart, Tongfu proper, in a 2-0 series with one of the games going only 13 minutes long. That's right. They have mastered the tempo of this metagame already, and we're going to be looking at Tongfu Guangzhou's response. So, it's going to be a pretty interesting game, and happy to be able to cover it to you guys. Once again, I am Blaze, and I am joined by Lysander. How's it going, man?
Hey, hope you can spell Hyperino, because that's what I am. Gonna be casting 6.84, my second 6.84 cast. The first one, a little bit of a shocker, ending so quickly. So I think this one might be a little bit longer, hopefully. But then again, Vici Gaming are known to be pretty ruthless when it comes to these kind of this kind of games. So I expect nothing but the most scary of playstyles from them, and we'll see if this one can top the previous. But you know, I wouldn't put it past them.
So going into the draft here, we've got Broodmother and Queen of Pain banned out initially. A lot of respect to Ice on the Brood. But also Vici Gaming taking out Invoker, who we've been seeing a lot of, and then the Undying. But the opener here is going to be Venge Nyx Assassin. FY really wants to just try to see what he can do with this hero. Obviously the Aghanim Scepter is pretty much the only real change to the hero, isn't it? I mean, he gets that buff up. Maybe there was a small change otherwise, but really it's all about that burrow. Yeah, it's actually using Spike Carapace no longer removes Vendetta, and then, hey, there's an Aghanim Scepter on the hero. So they want to give it a shot. They think it's pretty strong, and it does make Tongfu reluctant to pick up a bunch of intelligence heroes. I mean, already up against the Bat Rider, Nyx Assassin's great. Venge of Spirit, great. They're both really good because of the Spike Carapace versus Firefly, the Nether Swap versus the Flaming Lasso. So they really have good ways to limit the Bat Rider's options, and then moving forward, they have some great control for the team fights.
Yeah, I want to see the Aghanim's upgrade. It's I've tried it myself in pubs. It's a real joy, actually. Being able to just kite in and out of fights, and well, I don't know. I'm just excited as hell for this. So we'll see if it's gonna work out for them this game, or will we see something? We'll see some other more conventional builds from the Nyx Assassin from Ice. But I think it's going to be really trolly.
Could be very interesting indeed. I mean, this is a good matchup where they can try new things. They can try to see what works a little bit, kind of think of it as an enhanced scrim. They're still looking at points on the board here in the group stage, but as confident as they must be after taking on Tongfu 2-0, they probably are feeling pretty good about this one, and there's definitely room for experimentation. If they're not really saving scouts for TI5 right now, they're looking to see what they can build themselves up for in preparation for the Summit and things along those lines. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Summit is definitely on their minds right now, but I want to see what happens here. I really do. The Nyx Assassin Burrow, it has a lot of possible things that Ice could play around with. I think I wouldn't put it past him to do something clowny. But enough about Nyx. Vengeful Spirit, a hero that has been picked a lot in 6.83, and I don't think we'll see any stop to that anytime soon, because it's just a very good hero, especially against Bat Rider. This is the hero I wanted to see. Dragon Knight. He received a plethora of buffs. Big word, boys and girls. A plethora of buffs this version, and well, the minus damage on Breathe Fire, I'm looking at it right here. Minus fire on Breathe Fire, the damage from the Dragon Poison Breath being lethal. I think all those are huge buffs to this hero, and I'm very excited to see how things will work out from here. And it's gonna be amazing on Super here. Definitely. Yeah,
Super Dragon Knight's a classic, and with the extra buffs there, early better in the laning, better in the late game because of the splash damage, and just obviously the new item, the Silver Edge, going to be really fun to play around with. But Spirit Breaker picked up for the side of Guangzhou. As well, we have gyrocopter response from Vici Gaming here. So seems like they had kind of this AoE damage-centric strategy planned out already. And I want to mention there's a possibility that this isn't necessarily an offlane Nyx, but a support one. And with that, they could incorporate one of the heroes that could cluster things together. You can get an Axe, you could get a Darkseer, a Magnus, anything like that would put everything in that tight-knit group for the Dragon Knight to breathe fire on, for the Gyrocopter to rain hellfire on, and of course the Nyx to do his thing. So we'll see what Vici Gaming want to really do with this, but it really seems like there's a lot of AoE damage here. And if it's just Flak Cannon plus Wave of Terror, that's fine. But if they really get the team fight grouping mechanisms that they could benefit from a lot, even something like a Faceless Void offlane, I could see some real crazy good potential. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yep. For now, we'll see what they decide to do with this pick. But Spirit Breaker has always been one of my favorite heroes to watch, and it's for good reason. So, especially with the new Immortal available now on Spirit Breaker, it's always a extra pleasure. But then again, Tongfu Wanzhou, the names are very unfamiliar for me. Like,
yeah, I didn't really know them too well until I began casting iLeague, but I've been doing enough China to be pretty familiar with these guys. I've seen a lot of their cool little pocket strats, like the Beastmaster Tinker was really fun. They've done that like 2 or 3 times, and I've gotten used to it. Xingqiu is really the one that you got to look out for. He has been able to do some really good work on just a kind of a safe lane farming position. I'm not sure if any of these would be heroes he'd pick up, though. I think that that's kind of more along the lines of his teammates, and they're still looking to last pick his individual selection. But I don't know. I mean, in this position, the real question I have is, who do they bring to the offlane? The Phoenix, the Batrider, the Brewmaster are all capable. Spiritbreaker as well. All 4 of them can be offlaners. I would say the Brewmaster is the weakest.
Brew mid, because Dragon Knight is an okay matchup for him. Oh, let's bring on the Aghanims!
This is interesting. Okay, so I don't think that it's going to be like a mass Aghanims, but I think it could be just the one. I mean, just throw one on Nyx Assassin, and you're fine, really, right? But who... Okay, so is this a support Alchemist?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's Venjalk roaming, and then Nyx Assassin offlane. So
yeah, Elk will get the bounty rune, 400 bucks, and then a quick Midas after that.
No. I think you're going too far with this one. You have to understand this is a support Alchemist. He's not going to have that spare money. He buys at most 1 Aghanim Sept this game, at most. And this game is not going to last 50 minutes. This Alchemist is here for negative armor. The Acid Spray, Wave of Terror, and Flat Cannon combo. That's really what he's bringing to the table here.
Ancient farming.
And yeah, it's going to be really good for Farm Ancients with, to bring that down. I mean, Dragon Knight, Gyrocopter, both very ancient dependent. So Alchemist will get some bounty runes. I don't doubt that, but I would be surprised if I saw more than 1 Ags here.
I know, I'm talking maybe Midas, because Alchemist with the bounty rune buff, he can get Midas very fast. If he gets a lucky first blood in there, he could go Midas. But otherwise, yeah, like you said, 1 Aghanims for Nyx Assassin for Ice to do some funny stuff. It will be interesting. But I don't like Tongfu's draft. It is very time bound. You have to do something big by a certain time or you lose, because you have no hard carry. And I think Vici Gaming are extremely good at holding high ground with this lineup. I mean, are you really going to push into a Gyro Acid Spray Dragon Knight? I don't know, man.
Things are a little different if Hao is running the Alchemist, right? Like, this could actually be a support Gyrocopter, and I'm just thrown for a loop at that point, because they only have, like, 2 Aghanims. Like,
roaming Gyrocopter, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically they can get 3 Aghanim Scepters, but none of them are that good. Like, the Nyx Assassin Burrow sounds pretty good, and he's going the double Mango with a hero that already has 2.5 HP regen. Holy shit.
It's very good on Nyx as well, because Nyx has high base regen. I wouldn't be surprised if ISS got it. Yeah, he got 2.
Yeah, no, he's got 3.5 base regen right now. Like, that's so ridiculous. I can't even imagine.
Ice has 2 Mangos, man.
That's so good. But
he knows how to play.
So
he knows what's up.
Right now, I mean, how on the Alchemist, it implies that he really wants to benefit from the bounty rune. He does want to get an axe, but like, I don't know. I feel like the Alchemist is really strong when you're looking at multiple Aghanim Scepters, and I can't really see more than one being that valuable. You can get the global call down, you can get the Venge swap stuff, but it's kind of mediocre. It's just an extra buff.
I think just rush to 1 on Nyx. It's huge. I think it's really big in team fights. And Tongfu don't have a lot of bursts to talk about. I mean, Zeus, yes. Maybe Ice goes for a Glimmer Cape. I wouldn't be surprised if one hero goes for Glimmer Cape on VG, because Glimmer Cape is insane against Zeus. It's insane.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
I mean, he has the detection.
25 for 66. Zeus does no damage at all, and you get Invis.
Yeah.
It's that item is so good. Costs no mana.
Yeah.
You can cast it on allies at 1,000 range. It's crazy.
It is a really good item, and we're going to be seeing it a lot. But we're actually going to see a Bounty Rune grab from Ice getting the Impale off.
Game
and
one.
Greevil's Greed, looking at Howl's starting gold, he now has a GPM of 2,200 as these 13 seconds. Jeez.
Look at that gold graph, man. Have you seen a more lopsided gold graph?
Yeah, that called just Greevil's Greed level 1. Doing it, and that's what I was going to talk about if we were looking at like an FY Alchemist support, is you can't really go Grievel's Greed level 1 on a support because he wants the Acid Spray or the Unstable Concoction to fight, and in this case they say screw that noise, we got a carry Alch and we're going to use it. And this aggressive dual lane, although it works really well in a lot of matchups, I think it will struggle. Like, generally speaking,
because Gyrocopter, look at him.
Exactly.
Wow.
Get off my lawn is exactly what he has to say here. He's got boots up, and although the Spearbreaker and the Phoenix can kind of trade hits and duel really well and be very aggressive and suppressing last hits, I just feel like the Venge and Gyrocopter are going to be able to hold their own pretty well.
Yeah, DK is one of Super's best heroes, so I assume he would do really good in the mid lane against Brewmaster, because the first thing I saw when I saw a Dragon Knight buff in the patch notes, I was like, oh boy, Super is going to pick the shit out of this hero. Pardon my French, but yes, he is going to pick the hell out of his hero, and it has begun. VG Gaming are going to run the DK, and I just want to see how this Gyrocopter Fenrir draft works out. Dual lane, dual support works out. The Flaming Spirits are being annoying, but yeah, it's gonna be a very stressful lane for Tongfu because they can't dive up against the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter may not be able to reach them, but they can't jump the Gyrocopter because he's just gonna lay down so much hurt.
Top lane, Ice takes a lot of harassment here. He gets 5 stacks of Sticking Napalm against him, and generally speaking, that would be like a fatal thing for most offlaners. But when you have Spike Carapace and a Magic Stick, you're fine. And in fact, he's just gonna go and start looking to go aggressive once again. He's perfectly fine. And his base HP regen, just look at that, 5.2 HP regen without any tangos or anything. Like, he could just sit here all day long. Mango Nyx Assassin is kind of broken, actually.
Yeah, it's really good because base regen plus Mango. We missed First Blood, did we? Did you miss it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's a trade 1-for-1. Phoenix, Gyrocopter going back and forth. They just try to bring down the Phoenix as quickly as possible, but Gyrocopter kills Phoenix, then Spearbreaker kills Gyrocopter. So still, it's going to be net profit for FY for the most part, and now he's got the missile.
Yeah, oh, the missile's where it's going to hurt. Missile, and then follow up with a lot of stuns. I think Elk did skill 2 points in Concoction. And DK solo kills Brewmaster, what? Solo kill.
Yeah.
It's that brief fire, man. The minus damage. I think that was really what screwed the Brewmaster over.
Yeah, I think he just kind of misplayed the situation entirely. Like, just in general, being in that kind of spot against a DK, you have. I mean, it's kind of the fact that you haven't played against that hero in so long. It's easy to get out of your comfort zone because you just don't really have that much familiarity with it. But end of the day, the Brewmaster shouldn't go down in this lane unless he's underestimating what Dragon Knight can do. And Dragon Knight's damage wasn't buffed, so I really would just say he hasn't played against Dragon Knight in a long time.
Right-click problem. He thought he could out-right-click DK, but the brief fire.
Okay, we're going to see a charge down bottom. Gyrocopter going to be going down with 1 hit, and now the Unstable Concoction coming through. Bingo. Going to be right-click down. Magic Missile connects. They will give the gold to the Vengeful Spirit, though, so that concludes his contribution. He'll be able to charge back to the lane pretty quickly here, a 2-0-1 build. But meanwhile, up top, DDR going to get stunned out by the Impale, and that will finish off the Zeus with 1 more right-click that he will almost find the Sticky Napalm. Makes it tough, but he does get it in the end.
Kyle's coming. And he's got mangoes. He's good. He's Gucci.
I don't know. I mean, he can't really turn around to get the Impale, just barely able to do it.
I think he's still dead, though. No, TP support's coming. Here comes FY. Rocket's ready. Spike Carapace. So Ice will still go down. He will right-click. The last one will catch him. And the rockets will fly. FY losing losing a lot of his health. Rocket Barrage, oh, getting swamped by the creeps and gets taken out. But, yeah, Isis likes overextending again, but off lane, getting a kill there is very worth it.
Very solid. So right now 4 for 4 is the current kill count. We've got Batrider going 2 for 0 here up top. Xinkyu is starting to build his momentum. He's almost got his Blink Dagger out. So as much gold as Alchemist may be farming and getting his phase boots, getting his 1200 gold, it's still going to be Xinkyu that gets the first big item of the game. That's going to be that Blink Dagger, and that's going to be making a huge difference.
Yeah, 6-minute Blink Dagger is insane if he gets it by 6. But yeah, the Super has already deployed his Dragon form, and Brewmaster is just sitting this one out.
Yep, just going to have to play it patient. We're not going to see much siege damage actually done with this Dragon form, but obviously get that range stun. He's just kind of controlling the lane really well, threatening and poking. And with that homing missile, if he comes back into the lane, they're going to go for him. But we'll see movement up top as well. And yeah, the Brewmaster is as far back as can be. So Xinkyu looking for this last stack. He gets this stack. He gets his Blink Dagger pretty much. But we're seeing the charge first and foremost. The Spike Carapace not doing too much here, so it is going to be him. Isis is caught out once again. No stuns left. And they're going to try to give the last hit to Xinkyu. I think they get it. Yes, Batrider getting the last hit now, 3-0, and that Blink Dagger comes out at about 6:15.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad for Batrider to get his lasso so early because there's a lot of follow-up that can be done. Spirit Breaker, there's Spirit Breaker, there's Zeus that can make this very, very punishing. And Super gonna get charged there. Not sure if he will die though. There's no Nether Block, Nether Strike, but there now the Brewmaster deploys his ultimate. Super might just return the kill here. And I think he will. Oh, Tornado! Stun's gonna miss. Super gets a chance to pop the stick charges, and the second charge will come. There we go. Spirit Breaker takes him out. And FY might actually get swamped as well, but oh, Tongfu, they have their Brewmaster return to normal form, but Blink Dagger over. Batrider gonna secure more kills. Ice might get dove here. YCK, he can really tank this tower really easily. And a third charge! Bingo! Plonks it in, and down he goes. Well, Ice had a great start, but now he's 1-3.
Yeah, really just great momentum for Tongfu Wanzhou, getting 8-4 now. They just get so many clean and easy kills, and they're building a ton of momentum here. They're going to be able to gank even further because the lasso wasn't even used. So Xinkyu will farm up a little bit here in the jungle, and then he's going to make his smoke blink play out probably towards the Alchemist. I think they could benefit a lot from shutting him down, but really whatever target is the easiest. They still are a very kill-oriented lineup, and they are pretty much living and dying based on whether or not they can gain kill momentum. Because as you mentioned, there's no carry. They have a few heroes that can scale pretty decently, but in the end, if the Alchemist gets too tanky for them, they don't have any way to outscale him.
You know, just a thing, but do you think maybe Vici are playing around a little bit? I mean, this is technically Tongfu's B squad, right?
No, you can say technically, but I would say they're actually better than Tongfu right now. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, they are doing better, but the thing is, I feel that Vici are taking this opportunity to play a different strat against a team that isn't IG or LGD, if you get what I mean.
Sure, I mean they're not going to be drafting the most try-hard possible and win the tournament at all costs type draft in a group stage match against a lesser team, but at the same time, I think that it's still, I mean, they're playing seriously, they're trying to win, it's just that Tongfu have the earlier tempo right now.
They're diving how?
Yeah, they're looking to, but I don't think that's a good idea. He's got Concoction, his ultimate, they've got TV rotations, it would be a big mistake. So, right now, they're going to be looking for their opening through the tree line, and Xinkyu might still be able to find how if he goes back to the creep lane.
Oh, they're looking for an Invis Rune, he's going to set it up perfect. YCK in the middle, getting caught out. I think he might still just deploy his ultimate in time. Easy peasy, but no! Homing Missile says no. Down he goes. And just a casual tap here on the tower to start the Corrosive Breath going. And yeah, the mid lane Brewmaster falls, delaying his Blink Dagger. But it's going to be a battle for the Elk. So
yeah, I mean,
no axe for all of us.
No, and you have to understand that even with the carry Alchemist, the idea is not rushing Ags. It's getting a really efficient farming, and then the Ags is like a drop in the bucket of how much farm you get. You get so many items so quickly on this hero that with good stacking, gonna see the lasso come out, there's gonna be a quick missile, no swap to break it, but still Super is quite tanky under the tower. The Napalm will make it difficult to turn, do anything, but he's gonna have to breathe some fire if he's gonna survive. Still, going down. They crush him with another strike, and they don't get the bash with the next right click. They need to get the clap off with the sticky napalm, and FY will fall as well. Fenrir, now the target of choice. If they can charge him, they will connect with their stuns, and it should be the death of Fenrir with one more cast. Short stun.
Doesn't have napalm. He could turn.
Okay, yeah, he'll be all right. He'll get the stun out, and they will be able to disengage, but still 10-6. Tongfu Wanzhou, they give up a little bit because of the death of the Phoenix up top to the Nyx Assassin Vendetta, but even still, they feel overall really at an overwhelming advantage. The only thing they have to worry about is how farming, and obviously with that Battle Fury and soon to be probably Max Grivel's Greed, he's going to be in full farm mode, and they have to actually contest that.
Here comes your 10-minute Battle Fury. The thing about Grievous Greed is it's just really, it's just so efficient against the small creep camps like these, and you like get a huge amount of gold. You really tear out the pockets of the little kobold.
Yeah, we're gonna see on mid though, a clash coming out. Super gonna get jumped on. All of those stuns going against them. They even get the tower deny and bring down the DK. Doesn't look like they'll finish off FY, but even with just that, they're
5. I think he dives.
Yeah, they got Blink Dagger, but Wave of Terror cancels it, and now it's an awkward spot. The Firefly! Nyx Assassin gets the Spike Carapace, gets the Impale, and gets a wonderful kill. And look at that Battle Fury timing. Alchemist getting a Battle Fury at 11 minutes, and he gets the Quelling Blade built into that too, so he's just going to keep chopping down the creep camps.
Yeah, you can actually farm very fast now with the Battle Fury, but yeah, it's gonna be a problem. We'll see how fast this Aghanim. So we mark it at 11. When do you think the Aghanims comes up?
It depends on what else he builds. He could go Sanjin Yasha and Armlet before, just to continue to increase his farm rate, and then go for the Aghanim Scepter. I don't know if Ags is really something you need to rush out. Bottom line is Alchemist is more viable with or without the Aghanims change, just based on the Grievel's bounty change. So How could ignore the Aghanim Scepter completely, and that'd be fine. But we're going to see Nyx Assassin get caught out in the mid lane here, tried to fight it a little bit too hard, and now we're going to actually see a very aggressive dive. Phoenix down immediately, and the Concoction will be blinked. Shinkyu will take some damage, but he'll be okay. Split on the backside. Oh, Fenrir will be clobbered down, and with the Tornado Micro, if cycloning up the Gyrocopter, they're going to be able to bring down FY hard. Very nice combo.
Perfect dispel as well, getting the side bash. Small thing, but you know, still nice. And Tongfu, yeah, beat squad, beat for better.
Perhaps.
Yeah. I remember using I used to cast them, and they re-engagement here. The cow's coming in, but he gets stunned immediately by the Dragon Knight. Nyx, the Mario's grandfather going down. Is there another tail? Spike Carapace trying to get something, but nope. The Spirit Breaker will TP away. But yeah, I remember casting Tongfu as Team Adidas last time, and they were not any kind of team at all. And now they're pretty good. I'm not sure if the same people are still playing, but I'm just gonna say Tongfu Wanzhou has come a long way as a brand.
Yeah, I think a few of their players are still from the same roster. Maybe 3, but they have definitely changed their roster a little bit here and there. But yeah, just right now, it's state of the game. We have still, despite the kill disadvantage, a 2,500 net worth lead for Vici thanks to the Alchemist, while the experience has been topsy-turvy, but is just near 0 between the two. We see Ice disengaging for the Brewmaster, probably no kills happening there. And meanwhile, How? Look at this Battle Fury farm on the Ancients.
Minus armor.
Yeah, Wave of Terror, level 2. How with the ultimate, cleaving through this, and boom, all this money straight to his pocket.
I'm actually looking at this and going, whoa, look, he just got 1,300 gold from that.
Oh, definitely. The Grieful's Greed is absolutely ridiculous. The Acid Spray is allowing him to farm extremely quickly, and then he just cleaves it all down. Like, he's just in such a great position this game to continue to build his momentum. He'll be tripling the enemy's net worth very soon, hero by hero anyways.
Yeah. Super step aside, let me claim these. And getting 28 bucks from a skeleton. Damn. And
there you go, Shadow Blade coming out for him. So could go for the Silver's Edge himself. Could really good against Brewmaster. You mute the crit and the evasion for him, and you also can use it against Spirit Breaker and mute his, or break, I should use the correct term, but break his Greater Bash passive. So both really good.
Normally you would get Silver Edge against things like Bristleback, Faceless Void, PA, but I guess breaking Brewmaster is not that bad either. But yeah, Nyx Assassin, the reason why I wanted to see Aghanims is because, you know, he's going to get the Blink and then the Aghanims will come. But the way he has been taking his feeding business, I think he would get the Blink Dagger along the same time Hao gets his Aghanims, so maybe.
We'll see.
I don't think Hao's going to be generous this game, though.
Yeah, I mean, Hao's farming fast. I think he'll go for at least 3 or 4 item slots selfishly before he worries at all about Ags. There's no, I mean, if we had like an Ancient Apparition or Witch Doctor in this game, I'd say something different, but this game, Ags is kind of bad. So we'll wait until like maybe 30 or 40 minutes in, and then he'll say, hey, I got some spare gold to spare. But for now, we'll see the jump up top, Smoke of Deceit. Gonna be revealed by the ultimate of the Zeus, but it doesn't matter. Super gonna be charged in the front line while there's a fight in the back. There's gonna be the Zeus going down quickly, but they did kill off the Dragon Knight quick. Now Brewmaster looking for the split. Looks like he'll be able to get it off, and now goes to pursue. Fenrir, oh, the call down slow. Oh, they're locked in. They can't pursue. The Windwalk will allow them to catch exactly one hero, and it looks like it's gonna be Fenrir. Almost misses them, but they do get the Venge in the end. Cyclone. So FY should just TP away, but he's still involved. They want to fight this Ice with a one-man impale. And no, FY does not need to be here. He could have TP'd away, but it looks like they're both going to go down now. At least FY is going down. He should have TP'd a long time ago. In the end, though, he buys his mech. He loses no gold. Just feeds a little bit extra away.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird to see FY playing like this so recklessly. Normally you would see he's a calculated support player, knowing when to enter and leave the fights. Well, this game he's been taking his gyrocopter business very, very seriously, jamming the joystick forward and not looking back.
So Hao going to be farming up top now, Shadowblade intact, so he can avoid ganks until the Spearbreaker starts carrying dust, and of course to initiate with his stun is the big idea there. Now the enemy can see the Unstable Concoction timer again, so that's a reason why Invis is really important on this hero, to try to get that surprise big stun, rather than letting them stun you right when you're about to unload. But right now, back up to 11.3k net worth, he's doubling, and just kind of cleaning things up. But the Dire, they know where he's at, they know where he's farming, they're gonna jump, but Phoenix is not the hero you jump with. You need a little bit more. Dust and Spearbreaker though.
Yeah, I'm looking at Alchemist and I see overall nerfs actually compared to buffs on this hero. Apart from the Grievel's Greed on bounty runes, actually Alchemist has been nerfed in terms of his stun, and apart from the Aghanims change, he doesn't really have a huge buff to him. Wonder what's making people pick him more.
I think Grievel's Greed is not to be underrated. I mean, if you're pretty much in almost every game I've seen, one team can commit pretty hard to a bounty rune and guarantee one bounty rune. You guarantee that 400 gold boost. It's like randoming Alchemist twice. Like, you get that super gold boost at the beginning of the game, and you can turn that into something really big, really fast, and it's just about the tempo of this hero. If you get that extra gold boost, suddenly you're able to just out-net with your opponent so hardcore. And as long as you have teamwork and the enemy doesn't invade your jungle, you're able to do so much with that. If, however, Tongfu had a lineup that was better at invading the Radiant jungle and Batrider took the stacks, then Hao wouldn't be in the same place he is. So it really just comes down to how you play around the Alchemist, more so than the Alchemist himself.
Well, he just printed himself a Silver Edge, so... Hey, yeah, I saw someone calling it out earlier on. 3 minutes, and he found the Shadowblade.
Wow, yeah. That's pretty much
and
right.
Silver Edge.
Yeah, like 5 minutes later, it's just like, wow. Gets the next item, and yeah, it's just going to be able to pretty much kill off anybody he wants if they are walking around without Invis. But we're going to see Blink on Brew looking to at least go for the mid, but look at that call down. Just hitting all the creeps, hitting a couple heroes. So frustrating to push against. The support gyrocopter showing what he can do. Still Shinkyu.
Dire's top tower is
looking for it,
but
it's
tier 1.
Yeah, pretty easy tier 1 tower. They don't even glow. They do barely glyph it at 11. But we see a Chris dive, clearing some trees, and not much more. Still a farm game for Vici Gaming. They want to play it safe.
They have eyes on Zeus. Oh, they're actually looking at Alchemist. I'm not sure the Spirit Breaker is matched to kill him. Does he have dust? Yeah,
he does. Yeah, they do have dust. They do have Thunder God's Wrath, so they have ways to actually bring him down. The Phoenix goes down to the mid while we watch the Alchemist get lassoed and self-stunned. Oh, how? Taking a big hit. Bingo will be stunned as well, but I don't know if that really favors them. The dust expires. They need the Zeus ulti. Zeus ultis, but now he's half HP. I don't know if they get him the last hits. Yes. The damage ticks come in right before reinforcements arrive. Ice with the Blink Dagger, getting the Carapace onto Batrider. He'll go down very quickly here with the help of Super and the homing missile. CDR cutting on the eastern side. Bingo cut out to the west. Very isolated heroes here, but in the end, yeah, they were really preoccupied with the Brewmaster and the Phoenix both going down in the mid lane, and the reinforcements were very slow. Otherwise, they actually might have still saved Hao.
Yeah, I mean, he was farming on his own across the map against a Spirit Breaker. I mean, there's very little they could do to help him. But yeah, I don't think it matters that much for him. He's sitting at 13k net worth. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, no, definitely
and
not.
he's building BKB, I think. No, wait, I don't think so. Maelstrom, yeah, Mjolnir, yeah.
Could be.
BKB is not really useful in this case, right? There's Spirit Breaker and Batrider.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe if you want to dodge Zeus damage, Phoenix slow is annoying, so maybe BKB, I don't know.
Nah, you just get somebody by you a Glimmer Cape, you're fine.
Yeah, it's the Phoenix attack speed slow that might affect him though.
Well, you could just go for a Moonshroud then. Get that at 100 attack speed, no problem.
Yeah, sure. It's definitely a thing. I think the Napalm, the Mischance, all this can be very annoying. But like I said, Tongfu has very poor heroes for pushing towers. They're gonna get Fenrir here, but they will not be able to push many towers out of this. God's Wrath not needed.
Still gonna be able to commit to kill off the Venge. Mechanism coming out for a couple of interesting heroes. Vladimir's on the Brewmaster, a mech on the Phoenix, and then mech on the Gyrocopter. So, I don't know if anybody thinks of Guardian Greaves, but at the very least, Gyrocopter has the mana to support it with his Arcane mech.
Oh
actually,
no!
Oh, that was so close. He still gets the stun.
Stun him.
No, the Force Staff keeps him at bay.
Oh, good stun. Yeah, we'll stop the Spirit Breaker. But I'm surprised no one actually got the Glimmer Cape.
It can be something that goes later. I mean, you want to build up your HP before you worry about your mitigation. That's just the kind of the bottom line. So Glimmer Cape can be an item they pick up later.
It's very good in supports though. It allows them to escape at no mana cost and weave in and out of fights. What's Alchemist doing? Does he have Blink?
No, he's just stunning himself. Was looking for a play against the Phoenix or the Batrider, but didn't get him range there. And it's actually interesting. Ice is going to be buying himself the Aghanim Scepter, so no way they're going to be detracting from Hal's farm. He just wants to get 6 slotted before he cares about anybody else. We see the Nether Strike connecting right when the Phoenix Egg comes out. Nice Supernova. They swap back Super, but this Egg's going to burst, and FY's going down. Fenrir going to take a hit, and they get the lasso onto Super. All of them are falling. Hal's about to fight solo 1v4. No way that he can manage that, and he'll go down.
Don't look directly at the sun, man. And wow, 4 heroes down for VG Gaming, and bingo, man. He's been racking up those kills. 9 kills on him. He's wicked sick, I think. Yeah, wicked sick right now. And yeah, I think VG taking this game. Well, they're not really respecting the power of the Spirit Breaker when they go out of position like that. Just diving in, getting destroyed by these bashes.
Yep. So the BKB...
They might even drop a map here if they don't be careful.
I mean, they still have the late game. Like the thing is, they have so much to fall back on.
What am I talking about?
Yeah, they still all they have to do is hold high ground, and that's not going to be an issue too much unless the Batrider keeps finding incredible pickoffs. And you know, soon enough we're going to be seeing the BKB and the Alchemist, and he can actually go in a bit 1v4 with the when he has a level 16 ultimate, which is not far off. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. So
it's too annoying, I think. The mischance, the lightning bolts, everything. So all he has to worry about is lockdown and the bash. Yeah. But yeah, he still needs armor, I think. That's really what he's lacking.
Well, somebody could buy the new solar item. I keep on forgetting the name of it for some reason.
Isn't it a support-ish item?
Yeah, it's definitely a support item. He's not buying it. I'm saying somebody could buy it for him. But Ice, yeah, he's dead. FY tries to mech it. Almost works out. What is it? Solar Crest? Is that right?
Yeah, Solar Crest. It's the upgraded version of the medallion.
Yeah, somebody could buy that for him, definitely. But we'll see right now. Gyrocopter getting caught out. Bingo right on top of him with the Sunray too. The swap out helps quite a bit. Nice stun too, but it's still FY treading water here, just trying to get away. And the Brewmaster in pursuit, but won't dive too deep. So it looks like that's going to be it. Just the Ice pickoff, and up top, we're going to be seeing how back to the farming game. finishing up that BKB up top lane. So they're going to charge it pretty quickly here. They're going to try to punish it, and if he doesn't TP out now, he's pretty much dead. I have 10 seconds on the TP, though. Even with this invis, I don't know. He's going to throw out the stun. No, he gets self-stunned, and they have the detection. They are going to be able to bring him down. How? Feeding away a mountain of gold. He transmutes the mountain into gold and then hands it to them on a silver platter.
Yeah, the net worth cost is gonna give away a lot of gold to this SB, and you can see he has already got a BKB and a Shadow Blade on the support Spirit Breaker. Offlane Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
But
he has no kill streak, and they just get 900 gold out of that at 24 minutes. That's...
Yeah. How do you check the amount of gold they get? Yeah, I only see 248 here.
Yeah, if you check the fight recap individually, it'll show you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the net worth. That's the problem with playing Alchemist. Whether or not you go for the Aghanim's feeding build or you go for a fatty Alchemist, it's still a problem if Alchemist gets killed off like this, because you really feed away a lot of net worth on top of the extra 20% that you give away as the top net worth in your team. The super with the double damage could pick up this bird here. Add to act.
Oh wow!
Going on. Fireball, 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 breath. Oh no, mech! Oh, okay. No kill.
Close call. Good attempt.
Here comes
but
Scout.
yeah, he's able to stun at least Bingo right in the face right before the Greater Bash connects on him. But yeah, it's still, I mean, he really was looking for that Phoenix kill and just slightly off. Just a little bit too much tankiness, those damn Tranquil Boots, the armor. But yeah, I think that if you think about it this way, I would say that even if Alchemist got these same buffs, but it was still the 6.83 coefficient for the net worth factor, the rubber band, I think that still Alchemist would be not viable because it would just be too much gold to feed away. But since they kind of changed the coefficients, they reduced that gold rubber band, I think that Alchemist is really good still. It's just you have to play careful, and you have to kind of build them tanky. I think a harder Tarrasque could come out next.
It's more of like getting 6 slots at ASAP and then ending.
Yeah.
While the enemy is so far behind. And not split farming and giving away net worth. Well, the Spirit Breaker has almost managed to catch up, farming heroes. It's got nearly 10k net worth now.
Yeah, exactly. Just, I mean, 10k net worth, and he's only killed 62 creeps. That just really shows how much you can get if you're really able to make your gank successful, and you're going up against the farming team. So that's going to be actually really nice for Bingo here, building himself up pretty quickly to the next big item. I think he will go Silver's Edge next, but we'll have to see. So for now, Xinkyu...
FY Garden Greaves.
Oh my gosh! Is that for real? Check Batrider's items. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Octarine Core on Batrider.
Oh, okay.
A napalm that is like less than 2.5 seconds. A lasso that's going to be like 45-second cooldown. That's actually awesome.
I wonder how much he would steal with all the Firefly, but yeah, it could be strong. I mean, they really need to take fights back to back to back to back to really push this team, because the only way they can push towers is if the enemy is dead. So it could work. I don't know how good it will be. I mean, I'm very excited for the new items, but I think there are heroes that this item is better for, and maybe Hex is better for Xinkyu.
Maybe.
I still think Hex is better.
It depends if he's looking to just counter out the Alchemist. The big thing is the Nether Swap cooldown, right? Like, the Nether Swap is a 45-second cooldown.
Flaming Lasso, you mean?
No, the Nether Swap from Vengeful Spirit already breaks one lasso. If you could try to get one lasso out faster, then you can try to maybe... Yeah, obviously she gets swapped, she dies, and then you get the second lasso out sooner, that you can actually get 2 in a fight. I guess that would be the idea. Other than that, just a lot of napalm. We're actually going to see a really good Thunder God's Wrath is going to allow them to jump FY, but without the stun, he TP'd out safely, and they used the Flame Break. They kept the lasso. Oh, no. Not reserving the spells means both get out alive, and that's a great disengage from Beachy Gaming. But
the good old Scatterino. That was very good escaping by Beachy. Which is good. I mean, it was one of the first few ganks that FY survived, so that's great.
So I think one aspect of it is you can get Hex after Octarine Core, and the Hex cooldown is actually reduced. It goes from 35 seconds down to like 26 or something. And so you get more Hexes out, more Blink 4 staffs, more stacks of Sticky Napalm, and more Flaming Lasso. A lot of people look at that item and they think of Spell Vamp, and with the fact that the abilities do damage. Man. The cooldown reduction is like 100 times better than the spell vamp.
Yeah.
There's like 4 heroes that care about spell vamp. Death Prophet did it pretty well in the other game, but most heroes don't care about the lifesteal based on spells.
It's a bonus.
All heroes care about the cooldown reduction.
Yeah, OD, Invoker, Necrophos. Oh man, Necrophos with that item is crazy.
Oh,
the
yeah.
heals, his heal going off every 3 seconds, plus the spell vamp. It's crazy. The amount of sustain the Necrophos has. Invoker.
I thought. I'm sorry, but the point booster that I saw on Ice, I thought he was buying his own Aghanim Scepter.
Octarine Core.
The cake is a lie. He's going Octarine.
Okay, 3-second mana burns.
Yeah.
Okay, 11 seconds by Carapace, 10 seconds Carapace. I don't know if it's a great item on Nyx either.
Yeah, it seems pretty bad on Nyx, honestly. Unless you're in your tank mode. If you're given the Aghanim Scepter from the Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
And then you're in your burrow, and you're able to just keep on spamming out mana burn from that distance. The 150% range mana burn on a 3-second cooldown. Oh man, that's just annoying as hell.
Feels troll to me. I don't know. Ice is a troll, so probably.
And FY did go for Guardian's Greaves, so that's huge.
Yeah, it's a strong item. It makes a hero look deceptively poor because like, oh my god, noob support boots at 28 minutes, but Guardian Greaves is a heck of an item. It's like 5k, is it?
Yeah, more than that. It's actually like 5,300, yeah. So that's something. And it makes the mechanism free mana cost, and in fact give you mana as if it was Arcanes. So you get the heal, you get the mana, you don't spend anything but the cooldown.
And debuff.
And yeah, and then you get the buff for anybody that's nearby that falls below 20%. It's ridiculous.
Removes Napalm stacks, I think. It's going to be really good. Removes Napalm, Blindness, Fire Spirits.
We're going to see a jump here onto the Brewmaster. Nice mana burn, call down. It should just force out the split, I think is their intention, but connecting with the homing missile, the charge against them. I'm not sure if this will work. They're going to fall back here, and they're going to have to actually stun out the Spirit Breaker and might commit now. A little bit too afraid for that, but even still.
Yep, dewarding going on here in the dire jungle, but well, it's an Octarine core game on non-Octarine heroes, I would call them.
Sure. I think that's a fair assessment. I think we could see it more in Batrider, but you're right. I think that like maybe Hex first and then go for Octarine makes sense. We're going to see Shinkyu get picked off here, set back from his items. Fenrir actually swaps himself in for the combo, and he gets all those spells out. Now they're in a great spot for this fight, but there is still a split in reserve. Nether Strike onto Super. There is going to be the Primal Split, the Supernova as well. So Dragon Knight will fall, and they're going to chase as best they can, but Hao's already gone far, far away with
defensive
that
BKB
Silver Edge. Yeah. Well, still, I mean, whatever you have to do is just in that situation to disengage. He gets the Bat Ray kill, gets out, and they end up losing 2, the Avenge and the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens here. Ice, still building towards the Octarine core. Could be Bloodstone.
I don't think so. I think he's going for it.
I'm trying to explore options here. Oh, we're going for Spirit Breaker. We're gonna throw out the stun. We have Detection. It's a gem. Oh, how? Oh, actually, pound away. Bingo, this is a big streak. Aegis. Okay, they're not gonna go. Alright, well, I guess they don't want to risk counter initiation here. There's no sun though. And FY taking a lot of damage here, and looks like he's going to be a target of a gank stun coming in from Ice. We'll cut that one off, and homing missile going after Phoenix here. He will try and shoot the missile down. He does not succeed. Takes a slam in the face and will be stunned. Now picks up a gem. Is that a second gem?
Well, there's one on the Alchemist, and he just put it on the ground somewhere, apparently. Not sure where it wound up, but it definitely was on his person a moment before. There it is. He picks it off the ground. That was DDR's gem. So yes, this is the second gem from Tongfu Wanzhou. Okay.
I really like Vichi's courier. Looks very majestic.
It's interesting, yeah, definitely.
Alright, Fenrir. What's he gonna get this game? We'd like to see him pick up maybe a Blink Dagger so that he doesn't have to put himself in harm's way during the fights and could stay further back before reinitiating with the swap, or maybe swap shift Blink and get himself a free grab, so to speak. I think it's DK is really needs that silver edge maybe if he wants to do more damage and really tank up, because the damage output coming from some of the heroes are just really absurd. So maybe if you get the break on the Spirit Break, you can reduce a lot of his outcoming damage. If you can drop it onto the Zeus, can also do that. But yeah, ultimately it looks like Tongfu 1-0 are actually pushing for the win here, trying to get some base push going on here, but we'll have to really see. We're gonna test Vichi's base defense.
How going
in? Panda getting caught out, and they force stuff him forward to actually pick him off from a safe distance. Bingo getting caught out. BKB to escape. No, he's slamming right to super. Doesn't want to run away, but the Frost Dragon takes him out. And now they're gonna chill on this bird. Concoction goes across, and there's 3 heroes lost to Tongfu, and they didn't even go for high ground. Oh, stun here from Ice. The plays, and Fenrir with the tech team comes in with the face magic missile, and that's gonna be another kill. 4 kills, 1927.
Having just picked up the Assault Cross, they take that fight by storm. They take down 4 heroes. Tier 2 is gone, and they still have some blue dragon form left, so they're gonna throw that to the high ground. And really, I mean, even with the split, it's going to be hard to hold it. They've got Lasso, they've got Split, they've got to make them count with their respawns if they're going to save even one of these racks. And that Glyph is going to buy them 5 seconds, but right now, Vichi's just holding the high ground, getting in a good position for the next fight. But the Chemical Rage popped early. They're going to just drop the racks and get out quick. Oh man, the call down just to clear out the creeps, get the creeps onto the racks, and there we go. That's gone, range rock's gone, and they should be running. They popped so many ultimates. They have to disengage him. Full house TP will succeed. FY's bash through. Fenrir caught out, and they're going to be able to clean up anybody that's left. Just run every man for himself at this point. Blink Dagger out from Ice. They lose the supports, the Gyro and the Venge. It looks like Shinkyu is hunting the Octarine Core Nemesis in Ice, but you actually got to connect with them, Spike Carapace or not. This is actually going to be Ice looking to fall unless Hao can do something, but it doesn't look like it.
Go Octarine Core. Oh, he just goes to Vendetta. Easy.
Yeah, the Zeus ulti comes out really late, and the gem is actually on the Phoenix, who's nowhere nearby. Now Ice juking back into the Phoenix. Never mind. They're going to find him out.
How many
boy.
Did he dodge lightning? He's still live regenning up, but he's going to die here. No way, right? But yeah, he dodged the lightning bolt there. Pretty cool.
Interesting movement from him, but in the end, he's not able to juke for that long, and he does go down. A big resurgence for Tongfu Wanzhou, but the problem is, they're a lineup that can't come back from a lane of racks down. The gold that Vici get from that lane of racks is like 2,000 across the team.
Yeah, they increase the Rex money.
And then, of course, now it's the lane pushing in that Tongfu Wanzhou have to constantly worry about and push back the other way. I don't know. It's just they don't have the late game, and this rack stalls their potential victory by a long time. This is going to be a rough game if they're going to have any chance of coming back.
Yeah, I mean, from the draft, we already talked about how their lineup is not good at pushing towers, not good at anything but fighting. And, well, now Zeus is going to go down. Bam! Break! No static link for you or static heal for you. Oh, Silver.
Ooh, gonna be a lasso. Shinkyu connects on to Super. Could be a really good kill, but he's got reinforcements. He pops the BKB, and in comes everyone. Wave of Terror, Acid Spray on all of them, and they're gonna just chunk down Spirit Breaker so fast with the right clicks. Incoming Brewmaster drops down the split, but Battle Fairy will just chop them up. Please go ahead and split right underneath. They kill the Brewmaster Wind Panda. Oh, the Geometry Slate was on the Dragonite all along, and they will wipe them out. GG comes out from Tongfu Wanzhou, and that gives Vici Gaming the first victory in this 2-game series.
Well, despite all that hilarity from Ice and FY, I guess it was a very safe game for them to do nonsense. Because of Tongfu's lineup being unable to breach high ground, I think that's the main reason why they're just playing like that, I think. It's very uncharacteristic of Gyro and, I mean, FY and Ice. Ice not so much, but FY. And in the end, they still pull out a win here. Alchemist didn't show us any eggs, so kind of sad. But maybe game 2.
No, we'll see a lot of Alchemist in 6.84, so no matter what, we have plenty of Aghanims to see. For now, though, I like that they stick to like a core Alchemist build and have the option of going into Ags with the 6-slot option. And that's a perfectly legit build that nobody should complain about, because Alchemist is still a very fun hero to watch no matter what items he goes. So that's gonna...
will be good on Tiny, I think. Only with the Tiny combo, I think that's one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Where
Or, I
I
mean,
think
like-
some pros talked about it.
Yeah,
with
Tiny
the-
combo definitely, because he gets that free item slot essentially, and then that frees up like a slot for Moonshard or something.
And you get also the items very early. So you can really
Timing could be a
destroy
factor.
powers.
I still don't think you can ever rush an Aghanim Scepter because it leaves your Alchemist naked after farming 4,200 gold. So, like, mid-Alch, if he spends 4,200 of his first 6k, then he's left with boots. And your
kinda like
Tiny might be
cheese.
nice, but it's cheesy. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for Game 1 here of this 2-game series here. Vici Gaming 1-0 over Tongfu Guangzhou and 3-0 here for their 6.84 debut here in iLeague China. Awesome group stages, and Vici Gaming showing what they can do up just with the fact that they're the top tier team. And yeah, that's going to be wrapping it up for us here on Beyond the Summit. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be going into Game 2 in just a few minutes here to conclude the broadcast. Once again, thanks for tuning in. I myself am Blaze. You can look me up at twitter.com/blazecasting, and my wonderful co-caster has been Lysander Sonora at Lysander Sonora. Look up beyondthesummit.tv as well as the coverage hub for all BTS things, and that's gonna wrap it up until we go into Game 2. You have any closing thoughts, man?
Love and Kappa.
GG's.
Next game.